going through those pickups from Maryland Toy Expo, and this is a figure that I have a version of it, but for me, it's all about the classic versions. And much like Daredevil, who knows when they're going to do a single release of a classic red updated Elektra. So it is an older figure, but it's the classic outfit for Elektra. It's the outfit that everyone knows. I don't even know about the Daredevil Elektra one when she was wearing a Daredevil costume. I don't know how that all came about. I don't know nothing about it. I just know this is the outfit that she had in the 80s and all that stuff with Bullseye and Daredevil. And she looks great. It's a good looking costume. You know, they don't have any of the bands and straps sculpted on her arms or legs, but that's because it's an older figure. They used the same body for almost every single female Marvel Legend back then with some overlays and other pieces. But it's a classic costume, so it is definitely something that I need on my shelf because that's just how I am. I want classic, most recognizable versions of the characters, and for Elektra, that's what this is. So I traded for her at Maryland Toy Expo, much like most of the stuff that I got there. So I think this figure is probably a little bit on the pricier side, maybe $30 for being an older figure, just because it's that classic red Elektra. I know they released the 3-pack with her in the white, which looks good, but I don't know what that look is from either. And I saw that 3-pack at the Maryland Toy Expo, and it was like $250. So definitely not going to pass, or not going to grab that, especially when I already have a red suit Daredevil. It is cel shaded from that Spider-Man VHS 2-pack, but I think it's still a really good figure. So I was like being economical about it, and yeah, I got lots of cool stuff in Maryland Toy Expo. I think I got about 4 more videos to do. I'm gonna do a video about the thing that my girlfriend got, which she really likes, and I think it'll do well because I did a short about it and it did really well. And I'm also, it's a fun figure, so still some more stuff to do with Maryland Toy Expo. But just looking at her outfit, you know, she's got the size, the head wrap, the classic red with the skirt and the straps and the boots. So nothing too crazy here. It is pinned. It's an older figure, so you get what you expect out of that. And by the way, people on the phone, sorry, I am recording a video, so I will only stop in the middle of what I'm doing once I hit the pause button on my camera, which is being really wonky right now. All right, so yeah, I'm just recording a video live. I don't even know if anybody's watching. I just thought it'd be fun to try it out, see how that goes. Because I've never done this before. It's an idea I had. I was like, you know, what if I talk about it live? What if I do a video live? So that's what I'm doing. Just, you'll see my filming, recording process. I know the angle's a little weird, but I don't want my phone to be in the way of the camera. So that is why it is angled weird. All right, back to recording. Checking out our old Elektra figure's height. She stands at 5 3/4, almost 6 inches, which is a little bit tall, but it is what it is. And yeah, I guess we'll go over her articulation. Oops, I knocked the light over, and I knocked the other light over. So starting at her head, it is on a, is it on a ball? Yeah, it's on a swivel. So it goes forward. It goes backward, not that much. So her hair sculpt definitely gets in the way. So you're losing range of motion because of that. Shoulders, it is that older female body, 90 degrees, no butterfly joints, no double elbows. So we just get 90 degrees at the bar, but not forward. Legs come to the side, not very much. Sculpt once again gets in the way. She could grow, but we get a thigh cut, no boot cut, and we get rockers. And then we get this ugly number on her leg, which is always nice to see on those older figures. Just a printed stamp. So this is really, as far as figures go, just gonna sit on my shelf. She can't do anything crazy. But you know, I don't want that Elektra Daredevil on my shelf because I know nothing about it and it's not a classic look for her. So I would much prefer to have this one updated, pinless, on the Jean Grey Warbird Phoenix body. But who knows when Hasbro will do that, because they just love to make us wait on Daredevil stuff. And then for accessories, I know she came with a bath piece, but I got her loose, so I don't have the bath piece. I don't know what wave she was from, but she does get her size, because that's what Electra is known for. So yeah, once again, nothing too crazy. Older figure, no alternate hands, no alternate head, just some size and some attitude, and that is really it for Electra. Well, I'm burning through this pretty fast. Okay, how's it going, people? I don't know if anyone's watching, but I will respond if you want to say hi, just not when I'm recording something, because that would mess up the flow of the video. But yeah, this figure, there's not much to talk about, but it's content. It's a pickup. I'm gonna do a video on it. And like I said, I don't have this. I didn't have this. So now is the fun part. Everyone's favorite part of the video is comparison. I guess we'll do this one first. And I'm probably gonna get rid of this Daredevil Electra after I do this video. I will add it to my list of things I'm getting rid of. First up for scale and comparison, we have our older classic looking Electra with the newer Daredevil outfit Electra, and in the best of both worlds, we would have gotten this Electra instead of that one with an update and pinless and all that stuff, but we didn't. So I got what I needed at the time, which was an Electra, and now I have the Electra that I wanted for my shelf. Not the best figure. This one's definitely better articulated, but I just have no attachment to that era of the character. I know nothing about what happened. I don't know why she was Daredevil, etc., etc. And I even got rid of the King Daredevil after I got the VHS 3-pack, because I don't need that version of Matt. Oh, cats are getting fed. It's food time for the kitties. Except they're not in here because I'm recording. Okay. Shit. I wasn't trying to do that. What's up, Sterling? How's it going? Just recording a video. I know it's not the most exciting thing, but I did a 3-hour live stream last night, so I'm a little tired, and I was like, what can I do? I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can stream and get some content done. So I'm just doing a video live, which is a first for me. I don't know if it's entertaining for y'all, but it helps me do what I need to do. Next up for comparison, here's Electra with Daredevil and Bullseye. Of course, you know what happens in the famous, is it Frank Miller? I'm not sure who wrote that run of Daredevil, where, you know, Bullseye unalives Electra, but, you know, she got better. She obviously got better from that. She's still around in the comic books, but she was like permanently not around for a while. So that that was, you know, one of those things that was kind of a mainstay in the comics. And they brought her back, I think in the 90s or something like that. And they're like, yeah, she's alive again, which is fine. You know, that's how comics work. But here's the 3 of them together. And I actually kit bashed this Bullseye myself, because I had the original all black suit one, and his arms and legs, they were really yellowed because I had gotten it. So I had gotten the Bullseye from the 3-pack. I don't know if I got it in a lot or whatever, but he was missing some stuff. He had the other head sculpt that I needed, and I took the pins out and I swapped the forearm and the lower leg to get the straight up white boots. So I had to fix that Bullseye so he didn't look terrible. Jackson, I do have the Punisher. It's actually he's actually gonna be right here in just a second. Next in the comparison. It's the Warzone War Journal Punisher, I think, right? And we got put Bucky Cap over here. Next up for comparison, here she is with Bucky Cap and the Punisher, because why not? They're all pretty violent characters, and they all take care of business most of the time. So there they are together. Of course, Elektra is always going to be the shortest one in these because, yeah, she's short. What would happen if Hasbro should announce Marvel Legends Songbird in deluxe packaging, including alternate head sculpts, interchangeable hands, and glow in the dark energy wings accessories? I think people would want to buy that. I'm not particularly familiar with Songbird, but it sounds like it would include everything that the people would be wanting. What's up, Transformer Joe? Let's see what we got next for comparison. Here she is with some Lightning Collection. We've got Ryu and Chun-Li. Yeah, I'm just grabbing what's laying around over here. I have my Power Princess sitting up here because the peg on her shield broke. And my god, she is too expensive to be broken, so that kind of sucks. But I guess I'll throw her up here too. Yeah, like I was saying. Broken peg. I tried to glue it, and it just kind of snapped back off. So I don't know. I don't know if I can fix that. I don't know if it's fixable, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Who else? I'll grab another. Power Princess does not like to stand. Zaru is kind of a bitch in that way. Thank you, Transformer Joe. I do like my diorama. I would like to have more dioramas that I could change based on what I'm doing. But of course I have Deadpool or Wolverine Jackson. But for most videos it works out pretty well. For a couple, see, I was just talking about off camera how about Power Princess likes to fucking fall over. I'll have to censor that. Oh, come on, Zaru. Jeez. All right, Zara, not Zaru, Zara. Next up for some more female Marvel Legends, although these ones are pinless and updated. Here she is with Rogue and Power Princess, and that's, oh my god. I'm not lying when I tell you these things, y'all. These boots, I hate wedges and I hate heels on Marvel Legends because they are not high enough quality to put that and make them stable. Like, it's ridiculous. And I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, they're pinless, updated, and both bigger than Elektra. What's up, Leia? Oh, for being $80, that Power Princess sure does have some issues. I want to give her different shoes. And yes, I have Deadpool and Wolverine, multiple versions. In fact, I think I'm going to be getting rid of my Astonishing Wolverine here pretty soon. And lastly, for comparison, I think here she is with Rhea Ripley and my custom Rowdy Rouse action figure. And also, you can catch me and Rhea Ripley tag teaming on the LSWA on Legend Series YouTube. I'll plug that whenever I can because I'm so glad it's back. So yeah, I think that about does it for comparison. So yeah, y'all, if you're in the chat and you want to be a wrestler, go become a channel member for LSWA. He will make you into a wrestler, and then you got people. All right, let me get her posed up for this outro for the video. And this isn't a terrible figure, especially for being older, but like, I don't know what Hasbro has against just doing single releases of Daredevil characters other than knowing that people really need and want these characters for their collection. So they're just like, let's make it expensive and difficult. Because of course Hasbro is going to do that. I like this. Bring your chat to work day. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. I was like, let me kill two birds with one stone, as it were. And I'm still trying to get through these Maryland Toy Expo pickups because, as y'all know, I was on a break. We were on a break. So, I've had a backlog of shit I needed to do, and I hadn't been doing it. So, all right, let me get Electra posed up as well as I can because these older figures really don't have that many options when it comes to looking fantastic. But we can get a cool scene going here maybe at the end. I already did photography, so thankfully, because I need my phone to live stream, so I wouldn't be able to do photography live, which maybe one day be able to work that out. How's she look? She look cool? She look ready to fight Bullseye? Wolverine versus Lady Deathstrike? Yeah, that's always a good fight. Let's see here. We'll get Daredevil and Bullseye in on this action for the end of the video here. And you know, the Renew Your Vows body, which is what this Daredevil on, is terrible for Spider-Man, which is what they originally made it for. It's an awful Spider-Man body. It's way too big. But for Daredevil, for Deadpool, that is just perfect. So I'm glad they made that body. I'm glad they used that slot in the Renew Your Vows to make that mid-air strike. What's up, Trans Stop Motion Girl? How's it going? We're just recording a video live. Ah, Matthew Murdock. I know you're blind, but your feet work. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. And it's also that my ground on my diorama is kind of uneven, so that's my fault. But at the same time, I'm paying over $25 for a single figure of these at this point. They should be able to fucking stand up. They shouldn't be like, oh, you looked at me wrong and I fell over. I was thinking of doing my like middle of the year roundup of purchases and talking about my middle of the year top 10, but all I've really gotten this year is like Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series, and I don't think that shit is top 10 worthy. Is that the accessory that came with the Daredevil figure? Yes, it is. Electro whacked them and you didn't even see it. Yeah, she's too fast for me. And we'll put Bullseye over here for the outro of my video. And then we'll get back to recording and finishing this off. She needs more. She needs more of her own space. All right, I'm already hitting record. I was recording that whole time on accident. Well, it is what it is. I'll have to just delete that. All right. So yeah, with all that being said, you know, I didn't pay for her. I traded up for her, much like all these Maryland Toy Expo pickups. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring something. Someone's going to want it. And lo and behold, I left with nothing. Or I went there with nothing and I left with like 7 or 8 things. So yeah, burning through those pickups, I think it was worth it, especially the way that I got her. It'd be even more worth it if they did an update of this figure. We really, really need a new pinless classic Electra with photoreal head sculpt and all that stuff. But for now, we get what we get. And yeah, if y'all like this video, make sure you smash like, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, because once we hit 4K, we are giving away this Mafex Spider-Man, and we are at 35.51. So we're slowly but surely getting there. But I want to get rid of these things. I got to ship off Woody's Venom that he won on Wednesday, and I will do that. And yeah, we're going to have a winner for that. Then once we hit 5K, we're giving away Must Go Spider-Man. So please, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're consistently coming back, you're seeing my videos on your feed and being like, hey, that's interesting, let me watch it, and you just so happen to look up and you're not subscribed, please just smash it and hit the notification bell while you're on it. And if you want to be extra special, you can become a channel member, because I was on a break. I wasn't doing my live streams and all that stuff, and members first. Well, I did do a couple members first videos, because I have to. It's commitment. But you want to become a channel member, it's 99 cents. And I'd say it's worth it. You know, you get exclusive interviews, videos. There are some stuff behind a paywall that's too explicit for YouTube's algorithm, so I gotta keep it behind a paywall. So yeah, do all that stuff. Keep your head up. Stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, pretty please stay safe. Drink lots of water because it's hot right now. Shout out to Do Amazing. Do all that stuff. And then I do my outro on the computer. So, you know, I recently picked up Carrie Ann Moss Trinity Black Series from the Acolyte. My new stop motion is going to be Flash and Lantern. Hell yeah. And the main bad guys are Captain Cold and Sinestro. Then in the end, it reveals it's Reverse Flash. It's always Reverse Flash. Always Reverse Flash. Oh, you know what? I didn't check my audio. I hope that my audio was working the whole time. Oh, thank fuck. You know, sometimes I'll do a whole video, and I did not see Dan Yun's recent tweet. Thank you for letting me know that, Infamous. I wonder what that reveal could be. But, you know, I'm really mad at Hasbro for firing Ryan Ting. I think that's some horse shit that, you know, I can move the camera. I was going to do 2 videos, but it's hot in here. I'm already burnt out. But we can move this over now. You know, Hasbro always does the shittiest thing. Whether it's the choices that they make with releases, whether it's firing people to cut costs so that their board members get more, or just, you know, Hasbro has been steadily on the decline since their last CEO died. And their last CEO died in like 2021, and he's the guy that bought Power Rangers and all that stuff for Hasbro, and because he's a big Power Rangers fan. And once he passed away, you know, the Lightning Collection disappeared. We're slowly moving away. We're just getting G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Black Series, Transformers. That is what they're focusing on, and that's understandable because 2 of them are fully owned. Well, they share it with Takara Tomy, Transformers, and then, you know, Black Series and Marvel Legends are their bread and butter when it comes to, I know they're paying a licensing fee for that shit, but that's their bread and butter when it comes to making money, along with G.I. Joe. So they did not have to fire Ryan Ting. If they wanted to see what the problems were, their problems were with the R&D development, not the marketing department, not the person talking about the toys that another department made. Like, that's pretty crappy, in my opinion. I am, however, glad that I can put these figures back on my shelf finally, because I'm looking up at my shelf and I'm like, am I gonna have room to put Daredevil and Elektra? Because I just got both Ghost Riders with their bikes on the shelf, and that was without Matt and Elektra up there on my main Marvel Avengers shelf. So we'll see how that goes when I try to put them up. Bullseye just went up no problem, but now at this point I can just show y'all. I don't have room to put my Squadron Supreme back up after and this is blocked because my dumb cat, I don't know which one did it, and I don't know why they did it. I don't know if they're trying to mark this whole room as their territory or what, but one of my cats straight up walked over here and peed on this shelf. So I had to like go through and clean every single villain, every single figure, and I had my Squadron. You know what? We can do that. I'm going to rearrange it to get them back on my shelf. We'll put Power Princess ain't gonna have her shield, unfortunately. Also, there's Galactus right here. Yeah. Big and scary Galactus, everyone. He's here to devour your world. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, because, you know, I got my Dark Avengers, I got Hydra, I got the Illuminati, I got all that stuff down here. Like Doom had pee on his cape. It's fucking crazy. I love my cats. Sorry, I was doing a smell check. I know but I got it clean. I completely cleaned it out. So I'm hoping that this isn't like not a markable spot for, I'm pretty sure it was my boy cat. He's the only one that marks territory like that, even though he's fixed. I don't understand it. I just sold off all my Beast Wars for Prime Room. LOL, shelf space is in high demand. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting rid of my NECA TMNT cartoon stuff and just keeping the movie stuff. Who should I get next? I only have enough for one of them, Green Lantern or Captain Cold. Well, considering there's not a decent Green Lantern DC Multiverse figure, I would say Captain Cold. Because I really don't think that there's a decent Hal or John. Oh shit, I hope I didn't lose that thing. I hope I didn't lose his diamond. I always make sure it's in his hands and it's not in there. I hope I didn't lose it. Fuck. See, that's the thing, y'all. I just throw stuff back in this box. And I don't think about... Oh, okay, I found it. Crisis averted. Everything's good. But how are they going to fit on my shelf? And I got to put Punisher up there, too, on the top. Ah, boy. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, Rick. But yeah, I know this isn't the most fun live stream, but I got drained out pretty much all my energy last night in the Figure Fight Club takeover, which was awesome. You should definitely check out the replay if you weren't there, because it was 3 hours of just bad jokes, gross talk, and toy fun. You know what? I need to do a Wrecking Crew video. Point. Fuck. All right, I guess I'm rearranging this whole shelf now. Pissing on the villains. Gross, but respected. Yeah, I don't understand my cats. I clean their litter box every 2 days. Fresh food and water, all that stuff. And they'll go around and pee all around the house. And I know why it's because two of the cats don't get along. My girlfriend's cat and my boy cat, because my girlfriend's cat is a girl and she doesn't like boys because she had a bunch of litters. And it's understandable. I don't like boys either. But like, why would you do that to me? Because that is unacceptable. And you know, I don't want to say I do anything to my cats, but it sure as hell made me want to like flip some shit, because it's not fair. It was not fair. It's not fair to be like, why is my shelf wet? And then go grab it and be like, that's fucking pee. That is cat pee. So we're gonna have to have a talk with those cats. All right, we're gonna rearrange this shit. I'm gonna do a video on these guys eventually, so I may as well pull them down. But I need to leave room. Y'all remind me in the chat to leave room for them to go back up, because yeah, cats don't give a fuck, but you know, at least they don't chew up my toys like a... What the fuck was that? Oh, sometimes, y'all, I swear like there's a ghost following me around that likes to knock shit over and just mess with me, because I will literally just be walking into a room and then all of a sudden 5 or 6 things from my shelf fall over, or something falls off from the wall, or I don't know. It's like, just let me be. Let me exist without worrying about things, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that's too much to ask. Man, this villain shelf is really jam-packed right now. Oh, I don't know. And I have Namor up here because I know he's not always the bad guy, but the Illuminati, do they ever knock them over? A couple of times, not generally. But there are certain shelves where if they're in the right mood and the right attitude with their tail, they'll come over there and knock some shit over. We're going to put the Squadron Supreme in the back now because I don't need to pull them off my shelf again. I had the Wrecking Crew. I had them in the back because my Hulk villains are in the back and they're all bigger. So, I mean, they're Thor villains as well. They were introduced as Thor villains. But, you know, they fought everybody. But I just put them back there because they're bigger. And then, which means that they'll cover people. God, I hate her feet. I fucking hate her feet. Stand up, Sarah. Did any of y'all watch Ironheart? I tried to start it and I was just not in the mood. The way it started, I'm just like, this is... I don't know what to expect from this, and it doesn't seem like I'm gonna want to invest my time. I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not saying it's not worth watching. I just, at this point in time, I started, and it was like, I'm only trying to watch this to get to the spoiler that everyone's talking about, and if that's why I'm watching the show, I don't think I should watch it right now. And I don't know, like, is Riri, is her going to be like in Secret Wars and Doomsday? Is it she's going to have a further effect on the MCU? I really don't know. So I don't really care at this point, I guess. The main thing to take out of that is Sacha Baron Cohen's character. And I don't even like Sacha Baron Cohen anymore because he's a piece of crap. So it's like, yeah, why? Why? All right, so let's put let's do it this way. We'll put, because we can, like I said, the Wrecking Crew will be in the back. I may have room for them still. We'll put what is the elf guy's name? Malekith. There's Malekith. Put him back there. Do you use risers on any of your shelves? I use strips of wood to lift my zips back. My Star Wars shelf has a couple of risers, but I'm lazy, and if I got risers, I'd have to redo all the shelves, and this is enough of a hassle for me. So at some point, probably when we move, I will wait to put my stuff up until I have risers and have a better sense of organizational space. And if y'all didn't know, so I got Dracula back there, and this is Shikla. And she was Deadpool's girlfriend at one point, but now I think they're still married. She's married to Dracula. So I just stick her with her warped ass leg next to Dracula. And that's where she goes. Ah! There we go. And I used to have Blackheart on this shelf, but I put him on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. So Shikla goes with Dracula. We could put Dormammu back here. And I'm going to try to leave this corner open for the Wrecking Crew. Dormammu, come to bargain. Come to the bargain bin to bargain. Leader. See, even then it's like not working. We'll put the leader up here. How about that? He's kind of a smaller guy anyway. I think she'll be with the Young Avengers. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, because we'll have Wiccan and Speed and Hawkeye and Kamala and Riri. Yeah, Young Avengers. Yeah, because I don't see them doing Iron Lad, which is a... Is he related? He's related to Kang, or he's a version of Kang, I believe. Like a good version. Fuck. Put Lilith right there. Look how small his goddamn feet are. He's got like size 4 feet. I fucking hate Dark Spectrum. Knocks shit over. Enchantress is cool. She can go right here. I don't think I'll have enough room for the Wrecking Crew. I messed up again, y'all. Okay, she can go there. Lady Bullseye, I can put her right here. And Bullseye can go right here. Oh, fuck. Come on, dude. Come on. Nope. I'm not accepting no for an answer. You're going to go right there where I want you to. You're plastic people, and you listen to me. Well, the Wrecking Crew may have to spill out next to Galactus onto the floor when I get them back up there. But I'm going to do a video on them, so it's a problem for later, right? Not now. Problem for later. Put the rest of this stuff in the box. Get it all organized. We have got empty water bottles over here. All right. Now comes the real problem. Is getting Elektra and Punisher and Daredevil. Okay. Punisher can go right there. That's not a problem. Come on, Frank. By the way, if anyone has a Punisher tattoo and they're like a thin blue line person, you got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. Frank does not. No. Frank is up there. He looks good next to Johnny Blaze. So that's good. Yeah, I have a lot. I wouldn't used to say I was a Marvel Legends collector, but you know, it's what I've been getting because and there's also, like you said, Deadpool, Wolverine. It's what I've been getting. It's what I enjoy. I love Marvel comics specifically. So Deadpool, your katana is fucking me up, dog. Come on. Let's move that down. See how precarious this shit is? I'm so bad at now I just ruined. Oh, come on, Quake. What? All right, Quake, Daisy, you're gonna go over here. That works. I fixed that. Now I've got to find a spot for Daredevil and Elektra. God, this is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. All right. So, you know what? One shall stand, many shall fall. No, I hope not. I don't want to deal with that. I will literally end the live stream. All right, Matt is up there. Nope. Come on. Bad idea. This is my nightmare. I got so many Spideys. You literally saw the Punisher logo and the stars and stripes. Well, that person's a fucking idiot. All right, Matt's up there. He's gonna stand on Man Thing. Show us your Man Thing. Please don't show us your Man Thing. And then I guess we can put Elektra. Did it work? Nope. Riley. I'm doing this one-handed too, so that adds another layer of what the fuck is gonna happen? All right. Would you look at that? There we go. That's how it's gonna be. Nope. And then I messed it up. Fuck me. Just shove shit on the shelf, right? I'm having a hard time. I'm having a real hard time here. Death toll from Texas floods reached 59, including 21 children. Oh boy. We all know who exactly to blame for that, because without the USAID cuts and the cuts to the National Weather Service and all that shit, that would not have happened. And I could have told you that the death toll was going to rise. All right. Morbius has got a little cheek next to him. I think he'll be all right with that. For now. Obviously, I can't leave it like this forever. But, yeah, 59 dead from a flood in Texas. That's just awful. And the worst part is a lot of the people that are missing are they're little girls. They were at a summer camp, a Christian summer camp, which I will hold my tongue for that bullshit. But regardless, you say you care about children, yet you just got, because they're not. They haven't been found by now. What do you expect? It's really sad. It is very, very sad. Much like the state of this shelf. God, it's a mess. It's a freaking mess. By the way, that's the best Sue Storm head that I could get on her. It is a Sharon Carter alternate head that came with this because they've always made Sue fucking ugly, and Sue's not supposed to be ugly. Oh, I almost fell over. Here's my Ultimate Spider-Man next to Miles. That's to renew your vows with the Maximum Spider-Man head. What's up, K-Mac? I just finished, quote-unquote, fixing my shelf, even though it looks terrible. And the whole space take-up was the Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch on both their bikes. I wanted both of them on the shelf because the Midnight Suns and Ghost Rider and, you know, I've got all my Supernatural street-level stuff down here on this side. Excuse me, I burped. Avengers and stuff are in the middle. And then we got like Defenders, West Coast Avengers, all that stuff on the other side. Fantastic Four. So I try to have some type of method to the madness when it comes to this stuff. Do I like Mezco 112? I do. I do. And DC Multiverse is booty cheeks. It's booty, booty, booty cheeks. So yeah, I do have some Mezco Indiana Jones, Ghostface. I hate this. 2099. Miguel is not a skinny little twink. He should be buff and muscly. So they need to update that on Renew Your Vows, I think. What's up, CJ? I'm gonna wrap up here pretty soon. I recorded a video, and now I was putting the figures back on my shelf that I was using. Well, Elektra hadn't been on my shelf before. Look at all the symbiotes over here. And then of course we got the X-Men. Yeah, we were up late with that stream last night, CJ. I was up till 1 streaming, and that was my comeback. And now look at me, I'm streaming again. I have a problem. Who's your favorite X-Men, by the way, everyone? Mine is Gambit and Rogue. Those are my 2 favorites. They're equally tied. They're a couple, so I think they're intrinsically tied together, and I like them both the same. And I hate this X-Men 97 Wolverine. I cannot wait to replace it with the Gamerverse one. He's so yellow. So yellow. He's got an illness that he can't fix. Wolverine, Gambit, and Nightcrawler. Good choices. Kurt Wagner. I like this Storm. One of my first pinless figures, actually. It was the one that came with... This is Warpath? Or is that... I don't know. I don't know what his name is. But yeah, of course we got X-Men. Gamerverse Juggernaut. Oof, I can't wait for that. It's going to replace that one for sure. I think that's the Build-A-Figure. Yeah, that's the Build-A-Figure. And of course we fixed the shelf for now. Don't know how I'm going to get the Wrecking Crew back on there, but I gotta cover it back up with these so that my cat doesn't try to mark my fucking toys as goddamn territory, which is stupid because what's the point of a shelf if you gotta cover it up? But I don't want to have to deal with that again, so that's just what's gonna happen. Where are my other containers? Here we go. I found that Nightcrawler for $19 and had to sell him for $50. This is the 90s. This is the X-Men 97 one with a different. What all do you collect? So obviously I've got Marvel Legends. I've got Star Wars Black Series. I've got a bunch of Mafex. I've got a bunch of Dragon Ball SH Arts, a bunch of anime stuff actually. I like SH Figure Arts anime figures specifically. Spray orange oil in front of your shelf, maybe. I'll have to try that. I did use like the pet spray and all that stuff to make sure it didn't happen, but I was also just like, I'm not even gonna take the chance. Kitties don't like it. I will have to get some because I do not want my fucking toys to be peed on for a territory power play. Like, that is not all right. Cats, man. Sometimes they're worse than dogs. I have some Mezco. I have my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf. I have G.I. Joe. I have Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So I'm a what's the word? I'm not a one-trick pony. I collect a lot of stuff K-Mac, but this year it's been a lot of Marvel Legends just because it's the cheapest thing you can get right now, and it's also they're releasing a lot of classic updates that I want. So that's just where I'm at with that. All right, I think I'm gonna hop off of here. Thank you for hanging out. We did get that video recorded. I will have to edit that and put it up at some point, schedule it out for Tuesday, because that's when videos like that go up, because they're not new, so it's not a new figure, but at least my shelf is mostly put back together. You know, I'm still gonna have to add Forge once I do the video, and the High Evolutionary once I do his video, and then I will do a video on the Wrecking Crew all together at some point. So these guys are not on the shelf right now. And I'm probably getting rid of all of these. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I will see y'all later. I appreciate you hanging out. I love y'all. See you.